everyone, today we're going to be running through some mobility and stability work in our Pilates session today. So all you need is a mat and a little bit of space around you and we'll get started. So we're just going to start with our feet hip distance apart. We're going to find where our center of gravity is. So we should be having equal pressure through both feet. You can rise up onto the toes and back onto the heels just to feel where the foot naturally sits. We want our shoulders to be nice and relaxed, and we should be pulling our rib cage together, maintaining a nice strong core. So to start with, we're just going to keep our feet as they are. We're going to relax our shoulders. We're going to take a breath in through the nose. And as you breathe out, we're going to lift our arms up to shoulder height. And then as you breathe out, relax it back. Coming on to a little bit more difficult, we're coming up as you breathe in, rising up onto our toes. And then breathing out, relax it back. Going for that again, breathing and lifting up, rising up onto our toes, squeezing our glutes. And then breathing out, bring it back. So we're working on the stability of our ankles. We're engaging the glutes, engaging the core. And return. We've got 4 more like this. Breathing in, lifting up, squeeze the glutes. Breathing out, return. 3 more, breathing in, lifting up, squeezing the glutes. And slowly return. Last 2. Should be feeling the calves warming up. And slowly drop down. Last one, we're going to hold it up here if you can. We're going to lift those heels and hold. Breathing in. And on your next breath out, we're going to bend the knees. Keeping our heels nice and high, we're going to hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it here. If you can, we're going to drop our right heel onto the ground. As you breathe out, lift the heel back up. Breathing in, drop the left heel. Breathe out, lift it back. Breathing in, drop the right. Breathe out, lift it back. We're going to keep going here. Relax the shoulders, drop the heel and back. Breathing in, drop the heel. Breathe out, return. We've got 1 more single and lift. If that's enough for you, stay on the singles. If not, we've got 4 doubles. Breathing in, drop both heels. Breathe out, lift them back. Keep the strong core. Breathing in, drop it down. Breathe out, lift it back. Should be feeling the front of those thighs warming up. We just got 1 more and return. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you breathe out, lift it all the way back to the top. Relax the arms and drop those heels down. Give those shoulders a little roll out. You can give those legs a little shake if you need to. We're going to come into our next mobility one. So you can, if you want, have your hand against the wall if you find that your balance isn't so great. We're going to keep our feet just hip distance apart here. We're going to take a breath in, relax those shoulders, roll them back. As you breathe out, we're going to lift our right knee up towards the ceiling. And then slowly drop it back down. So if you want, you can have the hand onto the wall. And then slowly drop down. If this is enough for you, I want you to stay doing this. So we're pulling up through the left side of our glutes, rising the knee, and then slowly dropping down. For your more advanced move, you can have the hand on the wall to start with. You're going to breathe in, lift the knee, breathe out, open the knee wide, bring it back into the center, and slowly drop down. We're staying on that right leg. We're going to breathe in, lift the right knee up, open it wide, bring it back in, and drop it down. We've got 2 more here. Breathing in, either lifting the knee as it is, or we're going to open wide, bring it back in, and drop it down. Thinking about leading with your knee. Last one. Bring it in and drop it down. Coming over to the other side, keeping our feet just hip distance apart, taking a breath in, squeezing into that right hip. We're going to lift our left knee up as you breathe in, and then breathe out, drop it down. Remember, you can hold on to a wall if you need to. Breathing in and drop it down. We've got 1 more. Breathing in, lifting up, and down. If you want to make it more advanced, remember, we can open that knee. So you're lifting up, opening the knee wide, bring it back in, and drop. We're keeping that control through the glutes, keeping the core strong. Lifting up, taking out wide, bring it back in, and drop it down. We've got one more like that. Breathing in, lifting up, open wide, bring it back in, and drop it down. Nice. So our legs should be feeling a little bit warmed up. We should be feeling a little bit more centered. We just got one more in standing before we come onto our mat. So we're going to take our feet into a tandem stance. So you're going to have toe to heel. We're going to start with our left foot in front, and we're going to have our right foot behind. If this is too much for you, thinking of walking on like a tightrope position, you can stagger the feet and that'll give you a bigger base of support, or you can hold on to the wall. We're just going to hold this position. We're really focusing on our right leg, squeezing the glute in the back, and that's going to keep our good balance. We're going to take a breath in, and we're going to rise our arms up to shoulder height as we lift up onto our toes. As you breathe out, we're going to gradually drop our heels back down. We've got 4 of these on each side. Breathing and lifting up, squeeze, pause at the top, and breathe out, relax it down. Breathing in, lifting up, lift the heels, squeeze the glutes, and slowly relax it down. Last one. We're going to hold it here. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slowly drop down. Just keeping that right leg behind. We're going to stay with that left foot in front. We're going to take a breath in, taking our hands onto our hips, and as you breathe out, lift the left knee up, and then slowly drop it back down in front of the toe. Breathing in, lifting up, and slowly drop down. 2 more like this. You can hold on to the wall if you need that extra support, and down. Last one, lifting up. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and slowly drop it down. Coming over to that other side, feet tandem stance, so toe to heel, right foot in front this time, left foot behind. We're going to pull in that left glute, engaging the core as well. We're going to take a breath in, relax the arms. As you breathe out, we're rising up onto our toes, lifting our arms. Hold, slowly relax down. Breathing and lifting up and pause. Breathing out, relax it down. The slower you do these moves, the harder they are to control. And relax it down. We just got one more like this to finish. Breathing and lifting up, pause. Breathe out, relax it down. Taking those hands onto the hips there. We're going to hold it here. We're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to lift our right knee up. And then slowly relax down. Breathing out, lifting the knee. And slowly relax down. 2 more like this, lifting the knee up. Slowly relax down. Last one. Holding the knee up here if you can. Remember, you can hold on. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1, and slowly relax it down there. Nice. Relax those legs, relax the shoulders. We're going to head over to our mat. So we're going to come into 4-point kneeling to start with. So just coming onto the knees and the hands. We're going to take the knees underneath our hips. Hands are coming underneath our shoulders. We're just going to take a breath in here. And as you breathe out, we're going to lengthen our left arm away and our right leg away. And we're going to hold it here. We're going to breathe in and we're going to take our left arm towards our left side and the right leg towards the right. So think of a clock. And then as you breathe out, we're going to sweep it back in. Breathing in, open wide. And breathe out, sweep it back in. So try and make the movement nice and fluid. Don't let your hips twist. Maintain the strong core. Got 3 more. Breathing in. Breathe out, bring it back. Last 2, breathing in. And back. Last 1. Bring it back and hold it here. We're going to drop the hand down. We're going to keep the right foot up though. We're going to pulse the foot up to the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. We're going to draw little circles with that foot for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse the move. Going again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Little pulses to finish for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And as you breathe out, bring it all the way back in. Should be feeling those glutes warming up, keeping that nice strong core in this position. We have the other side to go. We're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out this time, our right arm is going to lengthen away and our left leg is going to lengthen away. So we're lifting both up. We're going to take a breath in here. And as you breathe out, our right hand is going to move over to the right. Left leg is going to move out. And then breathe in, bring it back. Breathing out, open wide. And return. So keeping the strong core, keeping the shoulders relaxed. And return. We've got 3 more. Breathing out. And return. Last 2. Breathing out. And return. Last 1. And return. Drop the hand down. Hold the leg. Little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Little circles, whichever way you want to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Going the opposite way for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Little pulses to finish for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that knee all the way back in as you breathe out. We're going to come into a little glute stretch and then work into our hip mobility. So you're going to bring your right knee into your chest. We're going to take it over to the left-hand side so our shin is on the mat. And you're going to breathe out, slide your left leg back. You can either stay onto your hands or you can drop down onto your elbows or lengthen the arms all the way out and drop the head down. You should be feeling the stretch through the right side of your hip. And we're just going to hold it here, getting our breath back, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the neck. Holding here for a few more breaths. On your next breath out, we're going to drop over onto our right hip. We're going to bring our left knee in towards the sole of our foot. And we're going to be into this position. So we want to have our left leg behind us. Our right foot is next to our left thigh. And we're going to walk our hands over the top of our right shin. So we're going to breathe out and slowly walk forwards. You should be feeling the stretch around your right hip. If you want a little bit more, start walking your hands around to the right hand side. Everybody's a little bit different with hip mobility, so just see how you feel. If you can't get your body on the ground, that's okay. Nice, we're going to walk those hands all the way back up, so we're back up into that sitting position. We're going to take our right hand behind us, we're going to come down onto the elbow. We're going to breathe out, keep the left hip down for now, and lift the left arm over the body. We're going to rotate our body round to that right elbow. Left hand's going to drop down. The left hip will lift up slightly as you rotate, and you should be getting a stretch through the lower back. Couple more breaths here. And on your next breath out, lifting that hand back up, left hand up, rising back up. We're going to take the hands back down, coming back into 4-point kneeling, coming for that other side, left leg coming forwards this time, coming onto the shin and the knee. Slide that right leg back. You can either come onto the hands, or you can walk the hands forwards, or you can come onto your tummy there. Holding it here. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. We're just relaxing those shoulders, relaxing the neck. Just getting that good stretch through the hips there. Each time you breathe out, try and relax that body a little bit further down into the stretch. And then when you're ready, on your next breath out, we're going to drop over to our left side. We're going to bring our right knee in towards our left foot, to our right thigh. We're going to walk our hands out forwards again. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Relaxing that body into the stretch there. We're just going to hold here. If you want to increase the stretch, you can walk yourself around towards your left knee. And that'll just increase the stretch around the hip. Making sure you're not holding any tension into the neck there. A couple more breaths in here. And then as you breathe out, we're going to walk our hands back up, coming into our start position. We're going to take our left elbow back. We're going to take our right hand up and over the body, keeping our right hip on the ground. Breathing out here, holding. Should be feeling that stretch through the side of our waist on that right side. On your next breath out, we're going to take our right arm and we're going to thread it through. We're going to rotate over to the left side. The right hip will lift up. And we're getting that stretch through the lower back. If this is too intense, you can stay onto the hands. You don't need to drop onto the elbows. And then when you're ready, on your next breath out, we're going to lift that right hand back up and come back up into sitting. We're going to stay in this position and we're going to work on a little bit of our hip mobility. So we're going to take our hands back. The closer the hands are to the hips, the harder this one will be. And you're just going to lift your knees up as you breathe out. And then you're going to take the knees over to the other side. Breathing out, lift the knees and then take it over to the other side. So if you want it to be more of a challenge, you're going to come sitting up, breathing out, rotate, and then take it up and over. We're just going to go for a few of these on each side. Try and really focus on opening up through the hips. The further back your hands are, remember, the easier this is. So everyone trying to go at their own kind of pace. And you're just letting that rhythm of the knees dropping from one side to another. So a really good one to do if you do find that your hips get quite tight when you're out running or walking. Good one to do just before and just afterwards. Just to go for a few more on each side. And last one. Coming up into sitting, we're just going to take our legs out in front of us. We're just going to finish with a little bit of spine mobility here. So we're going to take a breath in, we're going to lengthen those legs out. If you need to, you can have a small bend in the knees if your back is problematic. We're going to take a breath in, reach those hands up to the ceiling, lifting up tall onto our sit bones. And as you breathe out, you're going to let your hands come forward, either onto your toes or your ankles or your knees, and just relax the body into the stretch. We're only going to hold this for a few breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Relax the shoulders. Think of gravity just pushing the body down into the legs. On your next breath out, we're going to let those arms lengthen away. We're going to lift the body up. We're going to reach those fingers up to the ceiling. Take a breath in here. And as you breathe out for that second time, let the arms float forwards. Tuck the chin to the chest. And we're going to slowly control the spine all the way down to the mat. Walking one by one onto the part of the vertebra, lower back, then mid, then let the shoulders, and then the head, And then lastly, those arms reach over the top. You breathe in. And on your breath out, let the arms rise back up. When they reach chest height, the chin tucks back in. We'll start to roll back through the spine. One by one. The slower you do this, the harder it is. Gradually working our way to the top. Breathing in, lifting all the way back up onto those sit bones, coming over the top of our legs. Breathing out. Holding it here, feeling that nice big stretch through the hamstrings. It might load into that lower back slightly as well. Breathing in, lifting those arms back up, rising up onto those sit bones. Take a breath in at the top. Breathe out, let those arms lengthen back to shoulder height and slowly roll down. One by one through the spine. Trying to not let your legs lift off the ground. Everything is controlled through the core and through the spine. Letting the shoulders and the head drop all the way down. Reach those arms over the head. Take a breath in. Breathing out, reach those hands back up to shoulder height. Tuck the chin back into the chest and slowly peel back through the spine. Working one by one. Thinking of that nice fluid movement. And then breathing out, lifting all the way back up. Last one here, breathing out, reach over the top of the legs. Holding here for a few breaths, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. On your next breath out, lift those arms back up, reaching up to the ceiling. Let those hands float forwards to shoulder height. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out through the mouth, tuck the chin back into the chest. This is our last one, so we're going to go extra slow. We're going to roll nice and slow down. We're going to pause halfway. Hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep progressing that slowly down to the mat. Remember, you can bend your knees if you need to. Our chin is tucked into our chest. Head and shoulders should be starting to come down. And let those arms reach over the top. Breathing in here. Breathing out, lift those hands back up. Tuck the chin into the chest. Slowly peel the spine back up. Rolling to halfway. We're going to hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing out, lift the chin, lift the body all the way up to the top, holding it here. And then as you breathe out, relax those hands down. We're going to just finish off with our back extension. We're going to come onto our 4-point kneeling. We're just going to come into our cat and cow stretch. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath hips. Tuck the chin to the chest as you breathe in. Breathing out, let the back drop down and look up to the ceiling. Going for that one more time on each side. Breathing in, lift the back up to the ceiling. Think about a piece of string lifting the rib cage high. Breathing out, roll the shoulder blades back and lift the chin to the ceiling. Nice, we're going to curl up underneath our toes. We're going to breathe out, push up into that downward dog position. Pressing those heels into the mat. From here, take a breath in. We're going to lean over the top of our hands, coming into that plank position. If that's too much, drop down onto your knees. We're going to bend our elbows, coming into a little tricep press. Remember, knees can drop down. And as you breathe out, we're going to push up into that downward dog, upward dog. We're going to reverse that movement. Remember, the knees can drop down here. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, chin tucks back in. We're going to sit back, push up into that downward dog. Breathing in here, press through the hands, tuck the chin in. On your next breath out, leaning forwards, bending the elbows, coming down into that tricep press, breathing out, pressing back up. If that is too much for you, remember the knees can drop down, you can drop the body onto the mat. Reversing that move, tuck the chin back in, breathing out, pushing up into that upward, into that downward dog. We just have one more like this to finish. Breathing out, leaning forwards, tricep press, dropping down, breathing out, pressing back up into that upward dog. Take a breath in here, and as you breathe out, push all the way back up. Pausing here, press through the heels, and we're going to start to walk the hands and the feet in together. We're just going to relax the body down there. Knees will have a slight bend, and then we're going to just start to straighten the legs, but keep the arms heavy, keep the head heavy, and we're just going to let the hands start to lift off the ground. We're going to hold it here, and we're just going to let those arms draw little circles to finish. Open out through the shoulder joints. And then reverse that movement. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and relax that body down. On your next breath out, just let the arms start to come still. We're going to slowly peel through that spine, squeezing the glutes as you roll to the top, letting the shoulders lift up, let the head come up. We're going to lift those hands to the ceiling. Open those legs a little bit further than hip distance. Lean over to that right side as you breathe out. And then up and over to that other side to finish. Reach the hands back up to the top. Let them drop down. Give the shoulders a roll. And you are done.